Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a special package here from SheModern, and this is a new to me brand. I have heard of them, but I have not tried any of their products before, and I had a lovely person from SheModern reach out to me and ask me if I wanted to review some of their products. So of course I said absolutely, I would love to. Now they do stamping polishes. Some of you might be familiar with their products, but they have a sticky stamping polish. They sent me the white and the black, I believe, is in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this cut open. I've got some stuff sitting off to the side here, but we're gonna go ahead and get this opened up and see what is all inside. I'm gonna try not to get my hands messy with my little stamp roly thing. Like, this doesn't ever dry. It doesn't dry. I think I got it on myself. It looks smeared. Who knows? Am I good? Am I good? Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, so here we have our little box, and it's got a cute little sticker on it that says thank you. No, SheModern. Thank you for sending this to me so I could try it out. Okay, actually, let me turn on my other light. Yeah, now you can see. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Off the top. Ooh. Look. They threw in a little glitter. Flashy sand holographic glitter. It looks like it's in like a little puffer bottle. Am I gonna make a mess? Ooh, okay, there we go. It came off. So it looks like it's just like in a little puffer bottle that you just kind of like. So I'll have to try that out. Awesome. Didn't know that was going to be in there, but that's super cool. So you must be able to use this glitter on their sticky stamping polishes to make it stick to your design. So that's cool. So we'll try that out. I did pull some chrome, so we're going to try that. And yeah, so let me get the bottles out here, make sure there's nothing else in the box. We'll get that out of the way. And these are packaged very nicely. Bubble wrap, saved for the day. And here we are. Here is the black and white sticky stamping polish. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought these were smaller bottles. Looking at the website, I guess I didn't pay attention to the fact that they are 15 milliliter bottles, so they're like a full-size nail polish bottle, as opposed to a different brand that are these small little like 5 milliliter bottles, I believe. It's like full size. So that's awesome. I'm super excited about that. I mean, wow, thank you so much. So we have our opaque white and we have our opaque black with the sticky stamping polish, and this is air dry, and it is from SheModern.com. You can focus. Alrighty, so there is the bottles, and it looks like it's a nice thin consistency, but it does look like it is very opaque. So there's the white, and then our black. Nice. Alrighty, so I pulled a few things here because I am somewhat familiar with stamping and how sticky stamping polish works, but this is normally stamping polishes are meant to be like fast drying, so you scrape, you pick up your image, and you transfer it right away and it's dry. These are going to stay wet longer, and it's going to allow you to add a chrome on top. It's going to allow you to add pigments on top or glitter on top, and it's still going to stick because it's going to sit and it's going to dry. So what I have done is I've kind of prepped a few tips here just to kind of play around with to try it out. So So I have just 2 black swatching sticks, and I went ahead and I put a coat of the Madam Glam base coat, and I cured that, and then I wiped off the sticky layer. And that's just going to help our chrome or anything not stick to where we don't want it. So I just wiped off that sticky layer, so it should help the stamp stick to it, but not any of like the pigments or anything else that I stick to it. And then I did this one just because it was kind of sitting here next to me. I grabbed it. It's I believe it's supposed to be frosted crystal, but it was from the Madam Glam Advent Calendar from Christmas, and it is just a nice medium blue. And then I grabbed the bold white, which is just white, also from Madam Glam. So, and I did 2 coats, and then I put a coat of the base coat, cured it, and also wiped off the tacky layer. So all of these have been wiped. There's no tacky layer left to make a mess. And ouch, gonna hit my head. I'm going to grab a pair of gloves because I don't want to get stamping polish all over myself. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'll probably just explain like what I've done after I do it instead of while I'm doing it maybe, but if I can I will. So I grabbed this plate from Clear Jelly Stamper, and I don't see a number. Oh, here's the number, CJS 283. Right there by my thumb, CJS 283, and it just has like a bunch of like swirls and kind of filigree type stuff. So I thought I would do, I really liked this image and I thought it would look kind of cool, and I might use this one just because it's broad, and then this lacy one looks pretty cool, so I might try that. We'll see what I get into. But what I want to do is test out. First, I think I want to do this one, and I think I want to use my pigments because I have done this before, and that's why these pigments are still on this stamper. It's been sitting for a little while, so I'm not sure it's gonna, work the greatest. But I just kind of randomly put my rainbow, like neon pigments all over this old stamper. This is actually an old stamper from Maniology back when they were Bundle Monster. But so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the black swatch sticks, and we're going to test out the white first with these pigments. So let me grab acetone. And I'm just going to wipe this plate off real quick, make sure there's no fuzzies. And I've got my stamper and my scraper handy, so we're gonna go ahead, try not to make a mess. Oh, that light's gonna totally be in the way. Can I just move it out of the way? That looks better. Okay, so I'm gonna do this image right here. Am I zoomed in as far as I can zoom in? No, there we go. I guess maybe if that helps. Let me scoot the middle here. And all right, so I shouldn't have to like really rush because this does dry slower, but we'll see how it works. And I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my polish all over this image. I always tend to kind of overdo it with stamping polishes. That's just me, you do you. All right, now we're gonna scrape and pick up, and that looks super pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this on the nail. I apologize if you can't see it, but it's kind of a little bit more important that I can see it. Okay, and then I'm going to go straight in with my pigments, and I'm just going to roll that stamper across. And look at that. That is pretty awesome. I hope that was in frame. I was probably a little too low. But there we go. So I went in with the sticky stamping polish. I stamped the white right over that black swatch stick, where you do like a black base coat. And then I had my pigments that were just kind of randomly splotched on, and I just went ahead and stuck that. And see, I was talking, and then I just went back to finish the rest of that white that I had missed, and it still stuck. And it actually didn't stick to any of the black, so I don't have to worry about like brushing it off. So that's cool. That worked out really nice, and that looks pretty freaking awesome. That is cool. All right. Okay. I see you, SheModern. Okay, clean off my stamper here. Okay, so now let me wipe up my mess. I don't want to make a huge mess. And I really like that image. So, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do on this little stamper. I'm just gonna clean off anything smaller. I've got this little itty bitty stamper. I'm gonna take this Betsy Chrome, and I'm just gonna take my little applicator, and I'm just gonna kind of dot this chrome on. And it's always good that, like, if you're gonna have a pigment or a chrome stamper, just use kind of an old beat up one that you don't really care if it gets a bunch of junk stuck to it, because this is pretty much never coming off. But so there, I've got it, and you can see it kind of like disappears at an angle there because it's that kind of like mermaid kind of chrome. It's got that like shift to it. Don't know if you're really going to be able to see. It's got a little like greeny blue shift. I want to see what this is going to look like over the other black one. So I'm actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do it on the blue. I'm going to do it on the blue, but I'm going to use the black stamping polish. See what that looks like. So I'm going to take, we're going to do the same image, and I'm just going to take the black stamping polish, and we're just going to do the same thing that we did with the white. And I'm just going to cover the whole image just to make sure everything is good. Again, I probably do way too much, but it is what it is. Okay, we scraped it. Now I'm just going to roll to pick that up, and I'm a little off on the stamper, but that's okay. It'll be fine. So now I'm just kind of like going to take my time and line it up how I want it on the nail. And I'm just going to press down for a couple seconds. And now let's go in with that chrome. Ooh. I'm just kind of, you know, lightly dabbing it on there. Not really, you know, going crazy with it, but just kind of dabbing it on, and give it a little brush here and there. See if we don't want to mess it up. There's that. Nice chrome effect. Now it is a little glittery, obviously, because we didn't like rub it in. Will it focus? It's trying, y'all. It's trying. There we go. So there is the chrome on top of there. Now I really want to see this glitter. I just threw that down there. I didn't mean to throw it down there. So here's our, let me show you real quick, our pigments and our chrome. Super fun. I will get those top coated and show you the final result when I'm done. Clean off our stamper. Clean up our mess. Okay, so I think what I want to do, I'm going to do the black See, I just cleaned that off and you can see that there's still some stuck to it. So that one's, you know, gonna have chrome stuck to it for a while, but that's okay. I really want to test out this glitter. I want to see how that sticks. So, how about, ooh, you know what I can do? Let's attempt this. Okay, so I'm gonna do this double stamp here, and I'm gonna pick this up first, apply the glitter, and then see if I can do the other part and see what that looks like. Can we do that? I should probably do this over the black. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stamp this in black on the black. We're gonna do the glitter over top, and then I'm gonna stamp this in white to do the contrast. Let's try that out. See what that looks like. We're just, you know, we're just gonna go for it. Let's do our black. We're gonna do the glitter over top, so I'm gonna go ahead and open that. And I'm gonna try not to make a mess. I'm gonna grab a paper towel so we can kind of keep it over the paper towel and not make a mess. So I'll move that over when I'm ready for it. Try to keep everything in frame for you. Okay. So let's do this in black. I'm really hoping that the glitter will pop really well off of this black. So you're not really going to be able to see much because it's black on black. Stamp it. There's that, and now I'm just going to take all of this on top of here, and I'm just going to kind of puff a little bit of that glitter, try to get it stuck to the nail and not all over the place. Okay, so I think I've got it stuck all the places, so you can kind of see, I'm gonna get my little brush, my little dusty brush. Okay, so I just grabbed, this was the first one I saw. This one is the little scrubby brush from Wildflowers. So let's take, I kind of tap off, oh, like a lot of it came off with just tapping it. So that's pretty cool. But it does look like it's stuck. So I'm just gonna take very, very lightly because I don't want to disturb everything. So I'm barely touching, just kind of dusting off any of that residual loose glitter. And look at that, that looks freaking cool. Okay, so now let me get this out of the way so I don't make a huge mess. Scoot that out of the way. Now we will clean up this. Let's see. First, closing my bottle. I don't make a mess. Let's clean this up. I'm really loving this little stamping mat that I got from Maniology. It's really helped me kind of contain my mess. I don't make a big old mess. And then we're going to go ahead and clean off our stamper. So it is ready. Got him all good to go. Now I'm going to go in with the white. And we are going to go ahead in with this to go on in between. And this one I'm you know, not going to do anything over top of it, so it's just going to be white. So we're going to see how it stamps just as a white. Close up my glitter. What did I do with my scraper? Forgot to clean it off. That's okay, we got some time. So scrape that, and then we're just gonna roll to pick that up, and we got like a perfect pickup. And now I'm just gonna attempt to line this up in between. And you know what? I need to move it down, over. Okay. And there we go. We got it all lined up. And I'm just holding it for, an extra second just to make sure that it's gonna transfer, but with it being a sticky polish, you're not really gonna have too much of a problem. Now, if I wanted to get fancy, let's see, can we still get the pigments to stick? Oh, that was awesome. Oh, okay, I love it. I love it even more. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Okay, I'm just gonna do one more little light brush just to make sure there isn't anything left on there. And that was cool. I'm so glad I thought of that. Now, a little bit of the glitter did come off. You can kind of see that, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Oh, let me close up the bottle. But look at that. That is so pretty. So pretty. And so I'm gonna let these sit just for, a couple extra seconds, just to make sure that it's going to be completely dry before I top coat it, because I don't want it to smear. Okay, so let's see. I want to do, what do I want to do now? I've got one more stick. What can I do? I kind of did. Okay, so let's see how it picks up these fine lines. And I'm gonna let's do the chrome again and do it on white. Let's see what it looks like over the white. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit more of this chrome powder on my stamper. And I'm just kind of, spreading it around, dabbing it on there. Just want enough that's gonna transfer. Let's close that up so we don't mess it up. And now I'm gonna go in with the white sticky stamping polish. And we're gonna do, which one did I say we were gonna do? Oh, I wanted to do the like really super fine line, so I think I'm gonna do that one. Let me clean off. Good here. Make sure we don't have a mess. Now let's go ahead and put our polish on. And I'm just making sure that I'm covering the whole image. I'm sure you don't need this much polish, but like I said, this is just what I do, how I do it. So there we have our pickup. Again, it is super good pickup. And now again, you're not going to be able to really see much on this because it's white on white. But we'll see what that chrome ends up looking like over white. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh my goodness, I like it. I'm just kind of dabbing, kind of gently. You don't want to smear it because it is taking its time to dry. Look, can I get it close enough? Can you see it? Look how pretty. Oh my goodness, I am in love. So, okay, I'm gonna take my little scrubby brush here, and I'm just gonna kind of dust off any of the residual chromes that could possibly be left on there. And let's get another little close up here. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm in love. I'm in love. And these are full-size bottles, you guys. full size 15 milliliter opaque white, opaque black. Love, absolutely love. This, I believe, is going to help out, or would help out, anybody who may be having issues with like being able to pick up your image because the polish dries too quickly. So if you use the sticky stamping polish, it dries slower, so you will have a little bit of extra time to be able to get that image picked up. So you'll be able to get your images to transfer better, because these are sticky. They're going to take a little less fiddling with. So here is our, I feel like this, is this supposed to go over that? Does that look like it's the same? It does. It kind of looks the same. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I may screw this all up. Who knows? But I think I want to go over that with black over this and see what it looks like. Because although this is very pretty and it looks super duper kick-ass awesome, I feel like it needs, the glitter needs a little accent. So let's do it while we're here. Let's do it. What else we got to do, right? So black, I need this, I need my stamper. What did I do with my stamper? There it is. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, we ain't gotta hurry because this is gonna give us time to do it. And also, as I'm thinking of this, if you're doing like double stamping, like these clear jelly stamper plates are all like, you know, layered stamping, you don't really have to rush to get your images picked up and transferred. You can take your time and make sure that you're lining up the images so that you're not like missing out. I don't know if this is going to stick to the glitter. I guess I didn't think about that. I probably should have given this like a base coat. Yeah, I mean, it stuck, but I think it kind of disappeared into the glitter. So I think I'm going to try that again because you can't really see it, but I think I'm going to put a coat of base coat on this, and then we'll try that again. So I'm just going to put a nice little healthy layer of base coat. I'm just kind of floating it so it doesn't disturb that glitter too much, and I don't have any glitter coming off on my brush. I'm just going to hold that upside down for just a second, and then I'm going to go ahead and cure that, and I will be ready. Okay, so I have put a base coat on, and then I wiped off the sticky layer, and I kind of wiped off a little bit up there at the top, but that's okay. This is just demonstration purposes only, so it's not that big a deal. We are going to go ahead and go back in with that black, and I will pick up another go at that. I'm gonna close up my bottle, clean off my stamper because I forgot to do that, and we'll go ahead and scrape, and then we're just gonna roll to pick that up. And again, we got perfect pickup. Now let's go in and line these up. Stamp that right on top. So, okay, so I probably should have just left it as is, but it still looks kind of pretty. You still see that glitter through there, but I think it did kind of take away a little bit of it. Should have just stopped while I was ahead, but, you know, like I said, just trying stuff out, testing it out, seeing what I can do. Got my bottles all closed up, make sure I don't spill nothing everywhere. So here again are the 4 little practice swatches that we did. Now I'm definitely going to be playing around a little bit more with these sticky stamping polishes and finding out some other things I can do with them. I'm going to go ahead and get these top coated, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the final look. So hold tight and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. These are all top coated and looking beautiful. So I am very much impressed with these SheModern Sticky Stamping Polishes. I would say I'm somewhat of an advanced stamper when it comes to, the stamping world. I picked it up very early on in my nail journey just for on my own nails, and I have a pretty large collection of stamping plates and stamping polishes from a couple different companies. But like I said, this brand, SheModern, is fairly new to me. I have heard of it, but I have not had the chance to try any out. So I was super excited when they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do a review. And I am pleasantly surprised and very super over the moon about the quality of this. Like, I'm super excited to have full-size bottles. Yes, please. 15 milliliters. This is going to last me a good long time. I'm going to get lots and lots of use out of it. Thank you again so much to SheModern for reaching out to me. I am absolutely thrilled to have had this opportunity to test these out, and I look forward to checking out their website to see what other goodies I can find and maybe pick up some other colors. I kind of looked, browsed through a little bit after they reached out to me, and I will definitely go back and check out their website again. And an extra special thank you for sending me this cute little glitter puffer. That's super. Of course, I went too far with my stamping, and I kind of covered some of it up. But you can still kind of see the glitter in there. But it worked really well. I mean, it stuck until I stamped over it and kind of covered it up. But it stamped really well. Or stuck really well, sorry. Stuck really well to that polish. So this is a nice little micro fine glitter puffer. And I believe they had other colors in this as well. I'd have to look, but yeah, I think my favorite nail is this one, just because I love that soft kind of tone on tone look that chrome did. But it really picked up those fine lines very nicely. I mean, I was getting like a perfect pickup on this polish. So that's super nice, and like with this one, if it'll focus, that neon kind of gradient effect with the pigment powders turned out super awesome. Loving that one. I think those are my two favorites. And I love the difference in these two chromes, because this one we did over the black, so it's got more of that green gold shift. And then over the white, it has that like kind of mermaid purpley with a little bit of a green, but not quite as like crazy green as that one. So I think these ones are my favorite. First, second, and third. Love them. And I love the glitter, but I screwed that one up. So that's my bad. But still, the pigments on there look pretty cool. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in today and for watching. Please check out, I will leave SheModern linked in the description of this video. Please go check them out. I highly recommend, absolutely recommend. And once again, I do thank you so much to SheModern for sending me these to review for you. I can't say enough good things about it. Like, I had absolutely no problems with the pickup. The consistency is great, the coverage was great. It allowed me to be able to do the things on top, like with the pigments and the chromes. And yeah, I'd imagine that this would work really well for that, like reverse stamping as well, because it's going to stay sticky longer. You'll be able to fill in your image and then transfer it without having to rush. I'll have to do like a separate video on that because I don't want to keep it too long. It's already been like 30 minutes and I'm going to have to cut a little bit of this out. But yeah, definitely go check them out. And yeah, that's all I got for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching. I appreciate every single one of you for taking the time out to watch my videos, to comment, to like, to share. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. It really does help me out. Like this video, share this video, do all the things, and come back and see me in my next video.